on the December jobs report. I do want to bring in Chris Markowski, the founder of Markowski Investments. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Greta. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Great.
The U.S. economy lost 140,000 jobs in December. The unemployment rate unchanged at 6.7%. Where's your focus in today's report?
Well, obviously, they were expecting the report to be bad. I think they were only expecting 50,000 to the upside. It was 140,000 to the downside. The past couple months were actually revised up as there were more jobs that were created. But there was no doubt in my mind whatsoever that we were going to get hit by this. Yeah, you could take a look at the weather. I happen to live in a cold weather state, and restaurants not able to do outdoor seating. It's very, very difficult to do when it's cold like this. It's inevitable. You look at your newspapers at the end of the month, and it's you get obituaries for small businesses out there. So I think everyone saw this coming. And it's that wall. And I think we talked about this over the prior couple of months when we discussed the jobs reports, that we were going to hit this wall simply because we can only go so far until we get small businesses open again.
Joe Biden said today the price tag will be high for the stimulus package that he plans to propose to Congress. What kind of stimulus measures do you expect to see under Democrats, and how do you expect that to impact the economy?
Well, I think without a doubt, he made the promise he was going to get out that $2,000 check. It might be another $2,000 on top of the $600. But to me, it's like taking a shot of espresso when you're tired. It'll help for a little while, but it's not going to build any sort of foundational basis for job growth by any stretch of the imagination. There is going to be some talk about greater financing for small businesses. The last stimulus package is going to be another round of PPP that is in there, so that'll be helpful. And I'm sure Biden is going to be sending out checks to states, blue states in particular, that are hurting right now: New York, California, New Jersey, Connecticut, Illinois, just to name a few.
Democrat Senator Joe Manchin said today he will not support $2,000 stimulus checks. He and a few others are seen as centrist Democrats who can serve as a type of firewall against far-left policies from the party in the future. What kind of economic reform do you expect to actually see under this next administration?
Well, I think they're going to definitely change some things when it comes to taxes. I think right away, I don't think Joe Biden will try to push forth any sort of real tax hikes in 2021 in the midst of a pandemic. I think he'll push that later on until 2022. I think he will give relief in regards to, again, blue states with the deductions for your state taxes and everything that goes along with that Trump took away in the last tax break. I think that's going to be coming very, very quickly. I do think you're going to probably see some infrastructure spending as well. A lot of unions will like that, and also a lot of green jobs as well. Green companies are going to be doing really, really well under a Biden administration. We're already seeing that reflect into the price of those stocks.
The headline of today's report was down 140,000 across the board, but most of those losses were in the leisure and hospitality sector. As we've discussed, Democrats reimposing restrictions in several states across the country. Now the Democrats are taking over at the federal level. What type of impact do you expect to see on this labor market recovery moving forward?
Listen, unless they can't do anything unless we open up things. Maybe you'll get a little bit of an improvement with government jobs. Actually, in the report, federal jobs were up a little bit, but state jobs were to the downside. So if certain states get some more money, maybe they'll start hiring again. But I've done some recon. I've gone to Florida. I've traveled around taking a look at various different hospitality places, hotels, restaurants, whatnot, and even states that are open. You're taking a look at a loss. All of those conventions that take place in places like Orlando, they haven't been doing that in over a year now. Those people have been out of work for a long period of time. I don't know how much stimulus you can throw at these various different businesses, but there's a point in time when, guess what, they're going to just lay people off. And we've seen that. We've had furloughs, but now they're going to permanent layoffs.
All right, Chris Markowski, founder of Markowski Investments, joining us to discuss the December jobs report and the future of the economy. Thanks as always for coming on the show today.